That steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad.
Man, all right, next scene. Tay-K, bro. So, I saw a little bit of this earlier, and I've been kind of following this over the past maybe like 5 days. But this Tay-K thing is crazy. His ex-girlfriend is testified against him in court today on the stand. She pretty much is just describing word for word, bar for bar, what happened that day in 2017 when the photographer, Mr. Mark here in Texas, was allegedly, his life ended allegedly in a situation with that involved how do you say this, a arm fire. I don't even know how to. I'm trying to go around the YouTube if you're wondering why I'm speaking so in code. With Mr. Rapper Tay-K, obviously Tay-K, he had wanted signs for him and everything like that. He was posted up against some wanted signs. I ain't gonna lie, made for a really cool music video. And as soon as they arrested him, he dropped a video where he's like posted with the signs and taking pictures with the signs and rapping his lyrics next to the sign and everything like that for being a wanted guy. And I ain't gonna lie, he has some hard music, but hard music does not negate if this stuff proves to be true and he's found guilty. It does not negate horrific acts. It's a shame. It's once again goes to like, I think young people and people in general, but especially young people, they kind of need to realize like the finality of being unalive. Like there's a finality there that you can't get back. It's permanent. And I don't think a lot of young people in particular, especially, understand like the weight of that, because you go out and you hear the rap songs or you see it up front, up close and personal, whatever the case is. And, you might think it's cool or you might think it's this or that. And honestly, ain't nothing cool about it. Like, because one person is gone and then another person is going to be gone eventually. I mean, with all the technology we have today, it's like, it's no getting away with stuff, bro. Like with the ring lights and cameras and AI and finger like all that stuff, bro, is like no getting off with this stuff nowadays. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go watch this video of his ex on the stand testifying against him.
What happened?
We hit the light at McCullough, and Tamar took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started hitting him, and Tamar was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face, and I started telling them to let him go, and I just kept screaming, let him go. And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out. And he was fighting to get back in the car. And then I didn't let him in the car. So he went around the car and he jumped on the hood. And then the light turned green.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
So, when you all were at the light on McCullough, you said Tamar produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamar have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamar saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go. So I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the Chick-fil-A. Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield, and Tay-K opened the door and shot him.
Okay.
He just
All right. So when you were in the Chick-fil-A parking lot and Mark was on the hood of the vehicle, who was sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle at that time?
Tamor.
What did you observe Tamor McIntyre do from the front passenger seat?
He shot him.
How did Tamor, did he exit the vehicle or did he roll the window down? How did he shoot?
Yeah, he opened the door and leaned out on one leg.
Okay. Now, do you see the person that shot Mark Anthony Saldivar in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by the article of clothing he's wearing?
No.
He's wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Tamor McIntyre. Now,
Oh, man.
I need to back up a little bit, and I apologize. When you all were at, where did Mark's backpack end up?
And Jalen had it.
Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit back to the stoplight on McCullough, okay? Did Tamor ever gain Mark's backpack at any point?
Yes.
Okay, and when was that?
And when they were fighting him,
Okay. And regarding where was the backpack once you all were in the Chick-fil-A? Do you know where it was or you didn't see it at that time?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Now, when you all were at that stoplight at McCullough and 410, prior to that, did you have any knowledge of Tamor's intentions to take Mark's belongings at gunpoint?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but then what did you observe occur?
He was robbing him.
And that's at the stoplight?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else in the vehicle have a firearm?
Jalen.
But who is the only person that you saw with a firearm in the motor vehicle?
Tamor.
And so when you get to the Mexican restaurant, what happens?
I parked the vehicle, and then they started getting out of the vehicle, and then I got out of the vehicle, and they were going through the backpack, and then also going through his wallet, throwing things out.
And so you said, do you know where Mark Saldivar's backpack was at this time?
Jalen had it.
Okay. And regarding Mark Saldivar's belongings, who did you observe with Mark Saldivar's wallet?
Jalen.
Okay, do you know if there was anything inside of the wallet?
He had got upset because there was only $10.
When you say he got upset, who are you referring to? He?
Jalen.
Can you please describe to the jury the demeanor of Tamor McIntyre and Jalen Bell at the Mexican restaurant once you all got off the vehicle?
They were kind of going back and forth, and then Jalen applauded him and gave him a high five. And they high fived each other, and Jalen said, "He caught your first body."
Can you describe to the jury how you were feeling when you all were at the Mexican restaurant?
In shock.
Kids, I hope you're paying attention to this, man. In 2017, this man had the hardest rap record in the world, bro. He's 24 years old now. This situation happened in 2017. It's 2025 now. It's 8 years ago. You know, he hasn't had his 25th birthday yet. So he was like 16, 17, at the time of the alleged incident. And yeah, he only had to rap about the real stuff, and I'm really doing it. I'm this and that. It only lasted for one tape, for one mixtape, for one album, for he had more hits in the race on that tape, but that was it. And this is his life, bro. This is his life. It's over with. The one who was supposed to hold him down, everything like that. Ooh, ooh. You see what she did? Point him out. She pointed him out. Not supposed to be his girl, but that ain't your girl no more. And the pressure and the guilt eats her up. She ain't gonna hold you down. You ain't got nobody. You on an island, my boy. At the end of the day, Jalen not there to high five you no more. What you gonna do? High five you from his cell? Where is Jalen at? By the way, I don't want to be speaking about Jalen. He might not no longer be with us. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Jalen Tay-K. What's his name? Jalen Bell. He pleaded guilty in 2018 to 2 aggravated counts of the robbery and a home invasion of Ethan Walker, and was fatally shot. Oh, in which Ethan Walker was. So this Joker, this dude Jalen, he already gone, bro. So the one who was high fiving him, yeah, you did it, you this and that. He in jail, 19 years old. Oh my goodness, 19 years old in 2018. Man, look, bro. Dang, crazy. All trying to rob folks. Tay-K ain't even had to rob folks. He ain't even had to jug finesse. With his talent, he took off. He took off them songs. It not even just a race. The shining like a mega man, I'm a mega man. What did you? It did what you came from. Like he had that song is kind of violent. The other one I'm thinking about, the M she wrote, if y'all know, but like he had the talent to like make money eventually. Like if he just kept rapping, bro, he was gonna make it, bro. He was gonna make it. But this is on the labels. Once again, this is on the labels who promote all the little violent stuff and everything like that. This is on. You got to give some things to the listeners too, to the audience. We the ones that were promoting it and dancing to it, and including myself. I'm not gonna lie. I love the race. I love a lot of Tay-K songs. You know what I'm saying? That were promoting bad things and things of that sort. Cognitive dissonance. What do you want to talk about all the time? But this is on all of us, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is just going to continue to be a cycle within hip hop. I feel like if we are going to apply and document kind of the brighter sides of the luxury and the making it and music and this and that and celebrating the culture and getting to the things, if we are going to be the people going into the trap house and coming up with the little thumbnail where everybody look dangerous, and you say spending 24 hours in the trap for 100,000 views and say, "Ooh, I'm in the trenches. I'm reporting from the trenches." You need to report on this too. You need to report on this too. This is what we also need to report on. We need to report on these moments. Hold on, where we at? We also need to report on these moments right here. Because if we're gonna do that other stuff, we're gonna have to report on these moments right here. When Tay-K is no longer a teenager, he's a grown man in his mid-20s, looking at the end of his life, spending the rest of his life behind bars because of this, bro. Because of what we were dancing to and promoting 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, bro. It's a part of it. And you hate that it's that way. God bless the family of the young man Mark, allegedly, and stuff like that. Bless the families of Jalen and Tay-K as well. The families of Jalen and Tay-K as well, who have to deal with life without their sons, life without their nephews, life without their cousins, life without their brothers, because they locked up for the time being. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many years Jalen got, but he was pleaded guilty to a whole nother thing. So I don't know how many years he got following the plea. Emotionalist. That's crazy. It's crazy. He get sentence. What's his sentence? Tay-K and Bell were on house arrest. days away from the certification hearings. See, so there's some whole other stuff going on, man. And here they still face. So this is a whole nother. Oh my goodness, bro. He's cooked, bro. He's cooked. Both of these young men are cooked. So like I say, y'all pray for the families of these two young men who have to go without life, without the rest of their brothers, cousins, nephews. You know what I'm saying? You know when you got a bad cousin or a bad family member and you like, okay, like in the back of your mind, you thinking, okay, they still got a chance to get right. They can still get right. You know, you can flip it as long as you got breath in your lungs, you can still turn things around and get back on the right track. These families don't have that opportunity no more, bro. Like they are, if they get right, if they change their life, everything like that, it's gonna be behind bars and that is a freeman. So that's terrible. That's terrible for those families. And then pray for this young woman. She did this on TV. The video done went viral. Everybody posting it. Everybody got the girl saying that he did it. Everybody got this video. They cut the camera when she did the pointing, but the camera got everything else. And the camera got her saying it. She's got to live the rest of her life with that kind of pressure. And, you know, y'all know, y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have to say it. But even the points leading up to this of just the guilt eating her up over the years. And, you know, these kids are in their mid-20s now. These kids were babies, 15-year-olds when all this stuff was going on and happening and stuff like that. So pray for her as well. There are no winners in this situation. And this is the dark side of rap music and hip hop that everybody needs to be talking about, bro. If we gonna celebrate us singing about the situations that have led to situations like this, we need to talk about this side as well, so people know the ramifications of it, and you don't just think it's something cool, and you go and do it yourself because you seen so and so, you know, older peers do it. On an unrelated note,
That's steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.